As Theo's funeral draws near, his former wife Danielle has taken charge of organizing the service. After stopping by Preston's Petals to settle the payment for the floral arrangements, Tracy remarks to George and Gary that Danielle could soon receive a large insurance payout. George is unsettled by the idea and suggests that money like that could provide a strong motive for murder. Suspicion around Danielle grows further on the day of the funeral when she suddenly lashes out at Todd after spotting him inside the bistro. Apparently, having discovered that Theo's life insurance money may no longer go to her, Danielle accuses Todd in front of everyone of killing Theo for financial gain, leaving those nearby shocked. Mary quickly steps in to defend Todd and instead turns the blame back onto Danielle, arguing that she herself may have had a reason to want Theo gone. Although Danielle storms away, the heated confrontation leaves Ryan deeply suspicious. Ryan later follows Danielle outside and reveals that he remembers seeing her on the night Theo was killed. With questions now surrounding her whereabouts that evening, Ryan reports his concerns to Lisa, who soon calls Danielle in for further questioning. Could Danielle now become the police investigation's latest main suspect? Later in the week, viewers discover more details about another resident who previously lied to detectives about where they were on the night Theo died. The character has been concealing a troubling secret, which will finally be exposed through a flashback sequence showing exactly what happened, what they witnessed, and the guilt they have been carrying ever since. Although the identity of the mystery resident is being kept under wraps, audiences already know that Tyrone has not been honest about the events of that night. During police questioning, Summer explained that Tyrone had seen her leaving Todd and Theo's flat shortly before Theo's death and could therefore confirm her alibi. However, when officers later questioned Tyrone, he denied remembering anything, resulting in Summer being charged and remanded in custody. It was later revealed that Summer had in fact been telling the truth all along. During the flashback scenes, Tyrone was seen watching Summer leave the flat before glancing up and noticing Theo alive and standing at the window. But if Tyrone is the resident hiding a major secret, viewers are left wondering what really took place afterwards and why he is so terrified of the truth finally being uncovered. Elsewhere in Weatherfield, a newcomer catches Leanne's attention almost immediately. Tuesday's episode opens with an unusual moment while Brody is out running. A luxury car suddenly pulls up nearby, and Brody watches as a young man named Damo hurriedly jumps out and rushes onto the pavement. Later, Brody takes on a temporary shift at Speed Doll, where a loud group of businessmen begin causing chaos inside the restaurant. During the commotion, curry is accidentally spilled all over Brody's trainers. Idris arrives just in time to witness the scene and quickly steps in to handle matters himself. He demands compensation for the ruined trainers before ordering the troublesome customers to leave the restaurant. Alia is delighted to see Idris, while Leanne soon realizes she already knows him as Cal's cousin after previously meeting him at a family wedding. Speaking about the new connection, actor Junaid Khan explained, "There's an immediate spark between them. Idris is drawn to Leanne because she's genuine. He spends a lot of time around flashy personalities, but seeing Leanne stand her ground against customers refusing to pay really impresses him." However, Adam is much less enthusiastic about Idris's arrival, especially after learning that Idris has purchased a property business in Manchester. Junaid Khan added, "Adam works as a solicitor while Idris is involved in property and perhaps not always doing things by the book, so there's tension between them straight away. Idris criticizes Adam for not getting involved during the trouble at the bistro, and from there their rivalry only grows." He continued, "Idris is definitely the type of character people will either love or dislike. He's not exactly a villain, but there's certainly a darker edge to him." Meanwhile, Brody quickly senses an opportunity and asks Idris if he can offer him work. But away from everyone else, Idris's relationship with Damo begins to seem suspicious after he forcefully pulls him aside into the ginnel for a private conversation. The following day, Idris offers Brody a job and explains that he recently rented a flat in the precinct. According to him, the former tenant vanished unexpectedly, leaving the property in a mess that now needs clearing. Later, Idris joins Alia and Adam as they celebrate Eid together, and Alia suggests that Idris should stay with them for a while. Whether Adam is comfortable with that arrangement, however, remains uncertain. Leanne soon attracts Idris's attention after he witnesses her confidently standing up to a thug who tries to intimidate her. Clearly impressed by the way she handles the situation, Idris later invites her for a drink at the Rovers. As the evening progresses and the pair enjoy each other's company, Idris moves closer and attempts to kiss her. Later on, Leanne confides in Alia about what happened, but Alia's response is cautious rather than supportive. She advises Leanne to keep her distance from Idris, strongly hinting that he may not be the right kind of man to trust. Whether Leanne listens to the warning is uncertain, particularly when Idris is later spotted flirting with Tracy as well. Meanwhile, Will sinks to another troubling point next week as the aftermath of Megan's abuse continues to impact every aspect of his life. Ever since revealing the truth about their relationship to the police, Will has been struggling to cope with the emotional consequences. Megan has now been released on bail, leaving Will unable to feel secure, while public reaction to the scandal only increases the pressure he is already under. By the close of this week, Will's behavior had become more unpredictable. After deciding not to attend his PE exam, he reacted angrily when Bethany attempted to comfort him, accusing her of touching him after she accidentally brushed against his hand. For Ben and Eva, the incident is yet another painful reminder of the lasting harm Megan has caused. At the same time, Sam's resentment towards Will has continued to grow because of his own misunderstanding of events. Since exposing Megan's grooming, Sam has convinced himself that Will is dangerous, with his anxiety causing him to imagine frightening visions of Will threatening him. Will remains completely unaware of the hallucinations Sam has been experiencing, but Sam's fear has already pushed him into physically lashing out at one of these imagined encounters because he believed he was protecting himself. Next week, the two boys come face to face in the cafe where Sam directly confronts Will and labels him evil. Without understanding the full reason behind Sam's behavior, Will is left deeply shaken by yet another painful reminder of the trauma surrounding the case. Soon afterwards, Will overhears Ben admitting to Eva that he fears Megan has completely destroyed his son's future. Already overwhelmed by the way people now judge him, Will becomes distraught and heads behind the shop. Once there, he climbs dangerously high onto the scaffolding while drinking vodka. When Asha notices him, she quickly messages Maggie for assistance, while Hope rushes over to the Rovers to warn everyone about the situation. As the Driscoll family watch helplessly from below, Maggie carefully climbs up to reach Will and manages to calm him down, encouraging him to regain control over his future and not let his life spiral any further. Unknown to the family, Megan is secretly nearby watching the dramatic events unfold. The next day, Hope tells Will that she saw him speaking with Megan and encourages him to be honest with his family about it. However, after discovering a piece of paper in his pocket containing Megan's new phone number, Will is left facing a difficult decision over what to do next. Hope soon begins paying more attention to Will and suggests that they spend time revising together. The long-running soap Coronation Street is broadcast on ITV1 every weekday evening at 8:30 p.m., with episodes also available to watch online through ITVX streaming.